Oh, this is Mad Cat, and here's another shelter tips. I think I labeled the last two number 7, so I guess this was number 9. So, I want to talk real quick about one thing that's going to be important, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like it is important. And that's communication. It's kind of a strange one because on one hand, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people in this lifestyle, whether it's those that are managing the shelters to the people that live in the shelters. And everyone kind of is going to the beat of their own drum. And more often than not, they're not really wanting to include anyone else or consider how anyone else is doing anything. But then I kind of look at those individuals as people that I wouldn't say that they're happy where they're at, but they're not in a rush to have things changed. And I had an opportunity to speak with one of the top people at the shelter I'm staying at. And I have to say, it was a very rewarding experience. I mean, I actually revealed to him that I'm an atheist. And since I've been here, I've been afraid of admitting that to anyone because it's like, well, it's a Christian rescue mission. And if they know I'm an atheist, does that mean they'll kick me out? But also, I've not wanted to say that because I don't want to put anyone on the defensive or anyone try to put me on the defensive about, why I don't believe in God or if I have this thought or that thought. I've had a lot of had a lot of discussions with people who are Christians who find out that I'm an atheist and want to try to persuade me to become a Christian by basically insulting me, and he was not that kind of person. He was actually a very open-minded person, which I don't see that a lot within Christianity. I'm not saying that all Christians are closed-minded, but, in talking with him, it's like, I actually inspired him. I gave him a thought about something, and he's like, that's really clicking with me. So I was happy to do that, and we had a good talk. I basically told him, though, the main reason I saw him is that I'm leaving for Detroit next week. Now, from what I see, I really don't have to tell anyone anything. I could just leave one day, and that's that. They'd be like, oh, well, he's not coming back. Well, he's not going to be able to come back for at least 30 days. So that's as far as they care. But I still felt the need to tell someone, and he definitely deserves my respect. I have spoke with him here and there. He kept up to date with me. So, I think that when you meet someone that, really wants to help you out, you need to communicate with them. What is your plans? What are you trying to do? What direction are you going? Because if you communicate with the right people, then they can provide you some sort of help or service. Now, in this case, he didn't really provide me anything because there's nothing that I need from him. I simply just wanted to tell him out of respect. But communication is going to be important. And it's going to be hard because most people that you're going to encounter don't really want to give you the time of day. They're too busy doing what is best for them to even take a step back. And it's like, wait a minute, is me talking on the phone at midnight as loud as I possibly can going to affect the people around me from being able to sleep? Their thought is, hey, someone's calling me. I want to talk to them. I'm going to talk to them. Oh, this person's telling me to be quiet. Well, they can mind their own business. That is the thought that they have. So it's difficult to be communicative in an environment like this. But I say, don't lose that ability. Don't lose the desire to respect people who earn your respect. Respect is a two-way street. So you really want to find the people And like my friend Felipe here, I mean, I've known him ever since I've came to this shelter. Like the very night that I came here, like the next morning is actually when I met him. I was waking up, he came up to me, we started chatting. So but he definitely deserves my respect. We've gotten to know each other and we've really discussed ideas, and I've communicated with him everything that I'm doing almost on a day-to-day basis, and it's been rewarding. Not only is it about respect, but it's also kind of gives you a normal feeling. And in this place, in this environment, in this world, you kind of need that normal feeling. Like, you know, I just went to Broad Street Ministries, which is a very nice church. I've been there once before, but Felipe, he wanted to stop and try to get some clothes. Apparently you have to register ahead of time, and I didn't do that. I didn't know about it. But then they were serving breakfast, so we went upstairs, and like they gave us, it was like such a fancy place. I felt like I was in a fancy restaurant having breakfast. And, you know, we had oatmeal, we had pistachios, marmalade, peaches, all in one bowl. It was the most fancy thing I ever saw. I don't know why I'm telling you this. But, you know, oh, I know why. But it just felt like I almost cried. And I know how sad that sounds, but it was like the most fanciest meal I've had in probably a year. And just for like a moment, because they were playing jazz in the background, it was a high vaulted ceiling. I mean, it's in a church, so of course we see like stained glass and whatever, but it just felt like I was in a fancy restaurant. I felt normal. In fact, I felt more than normal. I felt like for a moment I could pretend that I was a successful person. So you need that. And communication can help you with that. And maybe it's a small thing, but it's those small things that help you keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, but I'm just going to say that, you know, being able to communicate with people, being able to tell people what you need, you think and feel. I mean, they have counselors here and there, and they're nice to talk to, but actually just being able to talk to a person, whether it's someone in a position of authority or just someone you can be friends with. So while this environment can kind of strip away part of your humanity, I urge you to try to fight to keep it. So, and communication is one of those aspects of our humanity. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. This is Mad Cat signing out.